of 25. Earlier I was grabbing plant fibers. I had a quantity of 4 with a quality of 10. The 2 I gathered were a 2 quality. They don't automatically stack, so I have a 10 here and a 2 here. When I combine the qualities, it kind of meets in the middle somewhere, but not always. So the rule of the game is you don't want to stack certain items just so you don't degrade the quality. Certain items, it just doesn't matter. Like the primitive tools, you'll learn as you go. I've got a quality 10 here and a quality 25 here. Let's go ahead and start stacking them. Now they don't auto stack because they have different qualities. And that will save you in the future because, oh man, I was doing something and I wanted to have high quality, I auto gathered it and it automatically stacked and it ruined my quality. That would suck. We're going to get quite a few here. As I already have some of my tools here, this will be a tutorial into the remaining tools that I need. Now remember, the only thing I started with in-game was just the cookies and just this set of rags. I'm going to tell you right now, these rags offer absolute 0 benefit. So I have 6 plant fibers, 6 flintstones. Can't really do anything with those. Now you could see, I can right click, I have the option to drop. Hey, I could equip that. Let's go ahead and do it just for our sake, just to show you how we do it. Now we have multiple different trees in the game, different designs, different, models. The big difference is you're going to have hardwood and softwood. Go up to a tree and let's go ahead and inspect the tree to begin with. This will give you all the information you need to know. You see an oak tree. Oak trees are considered hardwood. You estimate its quality 60. It has been chopped down obviously at 0%. It contains the following resources: 12 bark, 24 branches, and 3 oak tree spouts. Let's start from the beginning. Anytime you come up a tree, your automatic default is gather sprouts underneath the forestry. Since it has 3 sprouts, I'm going to gather these 3 and add it into the tutorial here. It only has 3, so I'm going to scavenge it. Now, unlike the flintstone and the plant fibers, it told me it had 3. I will get 3 every single time I attempt to do it until it runs out to 0. There's no chance of getting or not getting it here. It's always guaranteed off the tree, depending on the number that is there. So, there are my 3 plant fibers, or my 3 sprouts. I will then go in and set it to snap off branch. Now it said that there was also bark on the tree, obviously. I don't need that right now. We'll save that for, actually, you know what? I do need that. Because I'm going to explain a little bit more in depth along this tutorial. It's going to seem like this tutorial is all over the place. That's just because this game in itself is all over the place. This video is also going to be edited. That's the other half of the battle, which is why I have my video editing book still laid out. Good old college. Since I am editing this, I'll tell you guys, I usually get hit by the number 7 bus every day. The number 7 bus is Delmont dropping off a brand new recruit to me. Generally every single day. So rather than repeating myself every single day, I'll just say, hey, click on this link and, listen to me repeat myself. Alright, back to tutorial. Now that I have gathered my items, I clicked on all the other items. Now I click on the stick. It gives me a lot of options now. Forestry, create primitive tool. Fishing, hunting, create a snare. Actions, drop. Well, we're going to create primitive tool. I've already created the shovel, which required 1 stick, 1 flint, and 1 plant fiber. I already have the shovel, the hammer, the axe, and the saw. I'm going to need a pickaxe, so let's go ahead and craft one of these. Action complete. Here's my pickaxe. We're going to continue to make some more tools until we have pretty much all that we really need. Torch requires me to have naphtha. You won't have that for quite some time. Primitive fishing pole requires 1 stick, 2 plant fibers. We'll build that after. Possibly, we'll see. Primitive crucible and stick. We're going to need this one. Oh no, that requires us to have rock. Primitive cooking pot. That requires us to have rock as well. So it would seem I will make my primitive fishing pole and we'll move on to our next area of the tutorial. So all of these tools that I've just created were made from the 3 basic ingredients of rocks, flintstone, branches, and plant fibers. Those are our basic ones. We will now equip some of these tools. The only one we really need right now is our shovel. We could forget about all of these other tools and we'll use them in order as they're needed. So we know we needed some rock. Well, where do we find it? As this is a rocky substance, you're not really able to do much with it other than the prospect and searching through. Right here, we will go and work on terraforming. You can raise and lower terrain at 0. At level 30, you can flatten terrain. And 60, you could dig tunnels. We're only going to go up to 60 just to unlock construction's material prep. Now, that's what I said earlier. You have to reach 60 in order to unlock the next, as you can see. Or it's 30, but you want 60 to raise to unlock, for so on and so on and so on. This magic number is 60 here. So terraforming. On this server, tunnels are locked. Our admins have shut off tunnel digging. It adds way too much server lag. As this entire map is terraformable, adds too much server lag. So here we go. This is a rock pile. Different texture and look from the rocky actual bedrock that I should, explain that this is. So with our shovel equipped, we now have a new skill that we're going to work on, terraforming. Now we will use right click and change that to our default. We're going to go back into this and you can see the numbers again. The 38.3 is the current height altitude of this block. By lowering ground level, one action will add to my inventory 30 stones, which is, our pounds, kilograms, our weight designation of weight, stones. Quantity 30, quality 3, weight 30 stones. Each shovel scoop of 30 is equivalent to 0.1. Now we're going to go into a little bit of the math here as far as terraforming. Actually, we're going to need to skill up a little bit more. As you see, I'm at 45. I have the green bar raising. Here's the action bar coming up. 48. Behind the scenes, I can continue to press E to continue to work on wherever that crosshair was aiming. As long as I didn't move, it's still going to be able to perform the default action on that tile. Almost to 60, and you'll see our magic numbers unlocking. Currently, I'm using the primitive wooden shovel. If I have the metal shovel, this action bar will actually go faster. And there's a lot of information being thrown in all at once. For each weight I gather, I'm going overburdened. Every single time, watch. Action complete, warning, you are overburdened. I can go overburdened double the amount of what I have here, I believe it is, or 150%. I'll get you the proper math there, or if you want to, go to Gamepedia, find out for yourself. Giving you guys enough information. So, rock 30. Let's gather a little bit more. I'd be like, but why? Well, I'm going to teach you a lot of different things in this game that we're going to need to know. That's our rock. I'm at 59.12. I need to get it to 60. And that's going to allow me to move in to my constructions material prep, which would then allow me to have 60 here, which will allow me to have 60 here, 60 here, so on. I'm there. Well, I'm going to show you how that correlates in a little bit in the future. We're just going to go for a little bit more of a walk. Now, I know I'm going to need a few more plant fibers. I'm going to need a few more branches. I'll snap off a branch. Let's get a couple more. Don't worry. The power of editing will make all this fun stuff go a lot faster. I promise. In products, you're going to see a little white man running through the woods lickety-split like grease lightning. Now you'll see here, these branches again are stacking in different stacks because of the different qualities. The underlying tone of this game, quality, quality, quality. One more, we'll make it 10. Come on. Oh, there's nothing left to gather. You saw that? So I know there's nothing left to gather. It doesn't say you failed to find anything of use. It just says there's nothing left to gather. The difference is between, this and that. Alright. Our final stick. I'm actually making my, end goal is heading for that Palisade mined area. This is what our GMs have placed on our server. As mining itself is disabled, I still want to... Oh, look at this. This boar is going to come chasing after me. This is what is considered an aggressive animal. These are the only NPCs that you will discover in the map. Not just the pigs, but animals. At this rate, I really don't want to mess with him. There's nothing I can really do. In the future, we'll deal with that. Now, unlike Reign of Kings or any of that other stuff, you'll notice his legs ain't flopping and breaking and just being totally bugged out because our developers aren't building a slush fund game. Now, implemented will be swimming.